Today we're filming for you the Soft Smoke makeup collection, and we have Lisa here, who's one of the freelance makeup artists here at Make Me Fab. So as always at Make Me Fab, we do eyes first. So Lisa is going to start with one of our most popular base shadows, Nude Glow Cream Eyeshadow. And Lisa's going to blend this either with her fingertips, or she's going to use a firm brush from lash to brows, concentrating on the inner corners of each eye. Nude Glow is not only going to be the base eyeshadow color, but it's also going to be the base for the whole makeup look to help it adhere and last longer. And as you can see, we always want to start where we want the most color. So this look recommends that we start on the inner corners of the eye. So she's working from inner to outer, all the way to the brow. We're always concentrating more color on the lid area and working up and out to blend our edges. And you'll see here, Lisa's going to use a combination of the firm eyeshadow brush and her fingertips to get that first layer nice and smooth. So this look is a smoky eye that's very wearable, not overdone, and a nude lip. So after Lisa has completed applying the Nude Glow Cream Eyeshadow, she's going to use a dome-shaped brush and go into her Intense Love, which is a deep brown with silver flecks in it. So she's going to sweep from the outer corner to the inner corner, fading as she moves inward. So we want the concentration color on the outer corners here, so that's where we're going to start our application. And you can see Lisa's using, she's making a small V in that outer corner, which is perfect technique. Really working the color into that outer corner before she moves inward. We want the intensity on the outer and then move inward across the crease line and then across the lid. And that should fade as she moves inward, still leaving a bit of that Nude Glow brightness on that inner corner. So now Lisa has applied that perfectly, and she's going to go to the other side. Again, really working that Intense Love brown shadow into her corners before she moves inward. So all that intensity and strength is on her outer corners. This is a little more glammy look on the eye, but since it has that nude lip, it balances and isn't overpowering. And you can see she's working that right into the lash line as well, which again, Lisa is using perfect technique here. The next shadow that Lisa's going to use is Sanctified, which is a smoky rose color, and she's going to blend that again from the outer to inner corner above the crease and under the lower lash line. So a little bit bigger dome brush this time, above the brown that she just applied and below her lash line. So this works to not only add a little bit of color, but also to blend the edges of the deep shade. The key to making a smoky eye look good is to blend, blend, blend. And then you're going to put a little under the eye also, Lisa. Yep, great. And then after the wedding, if you wanted to use just the Sanctified on its own, without the deep brown or the black that we're going to apply next, you can do that too. So of course, any smoky eye is going to need some black. Oath is a very matte black, and the technique here is to blend from outer corner of the eye, along the lash line, up to the crease, creating a V in the outer corner of the eye, and then also blend under the bottom lash line. So here we'll be creating our concentration of color and strength right along the lash line and into a V, keeping this color probably to the outer third of the eye again, and just blending that inward so it gradually fades out. So here with the Oath eyeshadow in the black, you can use as little or as much as you like to create that strength and depth, and that is a personal preference. So what I would recommend is you apply the color, take a step back, take a look, and then when you're done with the look, take some pictures. And then also take some pictures a couple hours after you've worn the look to see how it's faded down. Most photographers tell me you want about 20 to 25% more than feels comfortable, because you're going to lose that in the camera. So we're seeing here Lisa create that V in her outer corner, and then she's going to blend that inward. So one of the techniques that Lisa is using here is to tap her brush, and that will help with additional falling onto the face. Always recommend, especially when you're doing a smoky eye, to do eyes first. So now Lisa's going in with the brush that she had the Intense Love on, and she's just blending those edges and blending inward to blend any lines or harshness and make that smoky eye seamless. And it's okay if you have to dip back into any of your colors here to blend this together, or even take an empty fluff brush and blend any edges. Again, blending here is the key. And I'm going to have Lisa dip back into the Oath and just strengthen up along that lash line after she does her blending. So we've almost completed our shadow application, and how easy was that to create a soft smoky eye. The final step here is to highlight under the brow. So we're going to take a matte creamy peach eyeshadow, and we're going to blend that under the brow bone. from outer corner inward to blend edges and brighten under the brow bone. And you can see here, Lisa's using the warmth of her fingers as well as her brushes to soften and blend. So our next step in creating our soft smoky eye is going to be to apply our black tie waterproof cream eyeliner. So Lisa's going to use a fine liner brush. She's going to blend along the lash line from inner to outer corner, lifting slightly on the outer end. And then she's also going to blend under the lower lash line, working from outer corner inward. So what we generally recommend here is don't try to draw a line. You're going to get very close to the lash line. And you can see here Lisa's using little dashes, working directly into her lash line. And then after she applies the cream eyeliner, she's going to go over with her shadow brush and blend that smokiness as well. And wait to see how beautiful these eyes are on Lisa. Super sultry. So the key to a smoky eye is to soften and blend that eyeliner up into the eyeshadow. And Lisa's using a dome-shaped brush to do that. And she's just using the color that was on the brush to do her smudging technique. And then she's also going to apply a little bit of the cream gel eyeliner and powder under the eye as well. So again, working from outer corner inward, using small dashes to create her line, and then she's going to go in and smudge it. Just beautiful, Lisa. So you can see the combination of all these shadows is kind of melting all together to create that smoky drama. And you can see here, don't be afraid to go back in with your gel. Lisa's placing a little of this above her lower lash line now to really define the eye shape. Love this look. So next we still want to have a little bit of that bridal glow. So we're going to use some of our Illuminate highlighter, and we're going to place that onto the cheekbone, on the inner tear furrow of the eye, and also just a touch below her brow and on the tip of the nose. So you can see here how Lisa is keeping that to the outer areas of the face. And she's using a combination of her fingers and a brush. And that's okay. Perfect. Once Lisa has completed applying her highlighter, she likes to go in with a powder brush and just soften the edges. Again, blending, blending, blending throughout the application process. Next, we're going to use our Deep Brunette Smooth Line Brow Definer. And Lisa has defined her brows a little bit, but we're going to go in onto the outer edges of the brows and start there, so that when you step back and pictures are taken from a distance, you have a full eyebrow. So you can see here we have a very fine pencil. Lisa's going in, just bring out a little bit of that pencil and do soft strokes, working from outer to inner. And then after she's applied the color, she's going to soften it with the spoolie brush at the other end of the pencil. And then after she's applied to both brows, just kind of take a little step back, take a look, make sure they're even from a distance, and just continue to fine tune. I really find pictures to be helpful when you're done with the look, to see that the brows are symmetrical. And then go ahead, Lisa, with that spoolie brush at the other end. Yep. And just buff those out. And you can see here Lisa started to buff on the inner. You want the inner brow a little softer than the outer brow. And she's just buffing them right into place while she softens the lines. So this is the point where we would apply our concealer and foundation. Lisa's applied those already. So she's gonna go in with the HD Finishing Powder in Bare Beauty. And her application technique here is going to be to use the puff first, press that into the skin, and then use the powder brush to blend and dust off any excess. So actually Lisa's going in with her powder brush, and she's going to do a little bit of patting and stippling first with that brush. And you can see where she's starting on the inner portion of the face to control the shine, dust off any excess shadow. And you can see how that just makes those pores become invisible. Then she dusts off any excess. Beautiful job, Lisa. Wow. So our next step, Lisa's going to apply Adoration Powder Blush, which is a very nude shade with just a touch of color, keeping the focus here all about those eyes and adding a touch of color to the cheeks. And you can see Lisa's using a fan brush, which always gives you a soft edge. And she's applying from the apple of the cheek up to the top of the ear, and then hitting the apples of the cheeks again. And then we're going to use the Nuptial, which is our serious contour powder. And she's working just under the cheekbone, just above the hollow of the cheek, up to the temple, and under the jawline. If you wanted to contour the sides of the nose, you could put a touch of this on each side of the nose as well. Why don't you show us that, Lisa? And you can see how she's using that brush in an expert manner to work in each area of the face. And then she's going to do the same thing on the other side. So right up above the ear, up into the temple. You can see where she's going in. She's blending all her edges, making sure there's no lines, and then she's working into her jawline. So Lisa likes to go in with her powder brush. And you can see she didn't even add any product to it. She's just using what's left on the brush, using a swirling motion to blend all her edges and soften the look. Beautiful, Lisa. And you just keep blending until you're happy with how everything is laying on the skin. We are in the home stretch, guys. So the lip on this look is very nude, very soft. We didn't even use a lip liner. So we're going to take Signature Cocktail Long Wearing Lip Color. We're going to blend directly from the tube or with a lip brush all over the lips, blot and repeat. This is a peachy nude. And to create an even application, you can see Lisa's going in with our angled lip brush and going right along that lip line. You can also smile tightly if you want to get into any lining or creases, and then work onto the lip. So you want to work a little above the lip line at the top and bottom, and inside on each side of the lip to create a nice bow. So after Lisa applies the lip color, she's going to blot it with a 1-ply tissue, and then she's going to do that same application technique again. And on this second application is where she's really going to define that lip line, add that second layer of lip color, blot it one more time to make it transfer resistant. Beautiful, Lisa. Blot. Next, we're going to apply a lip topper. We're using the shade of Cupcake. It's going to nude the lip even more. Lip toppers are made specifically to go over long wearing lip color in order to not break them down and to keep the lipstick on all evening. And our unofficial poll is that grooms do not love lip gloss. So you're gonna see Lisa really stipple and pat this into the lip so it's not too thick or goopy, but it's also comfortable and has a touch of sheen. And you can see she's working right into the center area of the lip primarily, blending and patting, using her fingers to fine tune. So we previously applied demi-wispy eyelashes to Lisa's eyes, and I think that's the finishing touch on any smoky eye look. You would finish this with a set of false lashes, some mascara, top and bottom, and I'm gonna have Lisa go in with a little bit of mascara, and you can apply mascara since we put the lashes on previously to cover any fallout from the shadow and get that strength of black in the lashes. So Lisa's just gonna go in and define, and you can see she's using the wiggle method, where you go in and wiggle that brush to adhere it to the lashes, but also keep them from sticking to one another. And then see, she's going in with the point to define just the lashes that she wants to get. And then she's gonna go on the top. To really finish this look. Strengthening her corners. And there you have it, in under 30 minutes. A soft, smoky bridal makeup look.
Hi, this is Elaine. I hope you enjoyed that makeup tutorial. If you'd like more help, we've got it for you. Send us a picture of your completed look and we'll have one of our makeup artists review it and send you tips and tricks on how to perfect the look even more. Or if you think you need a one-on-one tutorial, just email us at info@makemefab.com and we'll get that set up for you. Thanks for watching.